Listen, I'm not proud of this, but it's enough that I really want to share it, and I just don't want it to happen to anyone else. I lost my bank card.
Yeah.
Fine. Reported it lost. The next day, I get an email that looked like it was from my bank's fraud alert.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I clicked the link, which took me to my bank page. They asked me to sign in. I signed in. What I did there was give these scammers access to my account. The next day, I get a text. Someone's trying, it looks like it's from my bank. Someone's trying to use your credit card at X place. Is this you? No. I type.
Click, yeah.
The phone rings. Again, the caller ID says it's from my bank. I pick it up. They say, this is X fraud alert. I said, yes, that's not me making that charge. Now, because I had given these hackers access to my account, they said to me, we want to go through some of your past charges and see if these are yours. Did you charge this? Yes, that was me. Did you charge this? Yes, that was me. So now I'm in. And they're like, we're going to send you some codes. Tell us what we send you. What they were doing then, they sent me 3 codes. They were initiating wire transfers out of my bank account.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'm on with my bank. And they were so good. Whoever you are, I hate you, but you are very good at your job.
Andy, you've definitely opened up another box I never thought that would ever exist. I've seen news articles talk about how scammers are faking websites similar to your own bank. And you think like, hey, you're going straight to your bank when you're Google searching it because they're trying to make it rank higher. And then when you go there and you log in, you're just literally putting in your own credentials. It is something that their banks also need to work on, because if the bank is knowing that there are people who are making websites similar or duplicates to what they have, they need to go and flag them and completely shut their domain.
They then say, we want you to get your keypad up on your phone, put these numbers in. I do it, and I don't understand what's happening. For 1 second, something flashes on my phone. I happen to take a screenshot of it because I was like, this is weird. I said, it says caller forwarding activated or something. She goes, just dismiss that. That's what came up on my phone. That's the screenshot. It activated call forwarding. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go into my bank the next day. I went in.
The next day? No! You should have done it then and there. I don't even care if it was at night. Call someone. No, what? That's suspicious.
To the bank. We're going through it. They said these wires were initiated. When
did your heart sink?
Yes. When money is wired out of your account, it's gone. The people have closed the account. This is an active case with the NYPD cyber security unit, but it's very easy to fall prey to.
This is like one of those situations that people have a lot of PTSD for. Scamming has just been one of those crazy situations that's just been rampant all over. At first, I usually think that it was like those, Yahoo scamming, where you have someone who calls you and he's just like, hey, baby, I love you. The love bombing approach. But now things have become more elaborate, especially with the introduction of AI. It's going crazy.
Now, guys, I'm very sorry to hear this news. You must be devastated. How did this happen?
Wait. What did it say? How 2 young Melbournians. How do you even say that? Okay. Got scammed out of their $98,000 savings.
How did this happen?
Yeah, it happened back in August last year, actually. I received a text from Uber asking to update my payment details, and, like a lot of other Melburnians, we receive these scam texts every single day, and it obviously just caught me at a good time, and, I put in my details, and then from there, about an hour and a half later, I received a text from Westpac under the same text message thread where I've received all of my texts previously, asking to call them straight away, and that I was trying to transfer $5,500 to a name that I didn't recognise. And so, like anyone would, I called it, and...
Bruh, she does not look happy at all.
Was greeted by someone who was posing to be from the Westpac fraud hotline, who was glad that I called and said that, basically, we can cancel these attempted transfers, but ultimately the safest thing for me to do would be to close my accounts and set up a brand new one. So over the course of the coming days, I transferred our savings thinking I was doing the best case scenario, but ultimately, I was fooled.
Oh no. Some of the comments here are stupid. I won't even lie to you. Some of the first ones, it said that she installed Tinder today. Because she looked like she was definitely ready to check out for sure. Someone also said, why did he do all of it without telling her? Those guys must have been chilling, just seeing the deposits just coming in. I can tell that she was completely devastated. I don't even know how you can move on from this because I don't know. I don't even want to say this, but you can tell like divorce was written all over her face. I'm kaput. I was checked out.
I'm in the process of having to sell my house and reorganize my life. I've got maybe 2 or 3 months worth of usable cash left, and that's it.
Stephen Carr of Meaford, Ontario says after watching a video on YouTube, he decided to reach out to a company which promised he could make money trading commodities, foreign currencies, and cryptocurrencies. He started off with a small investment and says it appeared his funds were going up.
What I didn't know at the time is this trading platform I was working on was a simulation. It wasn't connected to anything.
Carr says over 3 months he handed over $498,000.
What? Carl, no. If you wanted to see if it was going to make money, if you had $500,000, just start off with $10,000. If you lose it, you lose it. Adding more money is not significantly going to make it more. And usually you find these type of scams being very prevalent, especially in the crypto market. You'll start seeing like, oh, market crash, economic crash. Oh, people are selling their stocks and shares. Hey, have you seen what Bitcoin is doing?
To criminals. He was told his investments had more than doubled, but when he went to take money out, he couldn't.
I'm devastated. I have spoken to several recovery firms, but they're all in the same boat. A lot of them are fraudulent themselves.
Carr reached out to CTV News hoping by sharing his story, he can prevent others from being scammed.
He's now having to sell his house back to zero. But he has to sell it. Now he has to downsize it. And especially going through something like this, in this economy?
I was involved in a romance scam probably about 4 or 5 months ago, and it ended up getting me into like $45,000 worth of debt.
Oh, no.
Sky, what happened?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Bro, I don't care how much I love you. I ain't going in debt for you like that. Not that deep.
And fake? Like it was like an internet thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it was an internet thing. So, I don't know. It was like over a course of several months, like nearly a year, that I was catfished into believing this person was real. And it was weird because like he would do FaceTimes with me and it seemed like the same person every time. And it was like, it didn't seem fake to me, you know? And to me, it was like we were setting up a life together. And so I ended up spending most of my money to this guy.
No. This is a long game for these scammers. Pandem was not even wasting no time. He literally prepped this out for a whole year. Take $50K out of her?
And it's weird how it can happen to like anyone because I'm pretty young and I didn't recognize this as being a normal scam.
So Sky, I don't want to I don't want to bring up all this pain, but I do think you just said something that I agree with, that this can happen to a lot of people. And without going into the entire detail of it, what were you being asked to send money to him for? I'm just curious so that
like
people
his
can hear
bills,
this.
like what was he asking money for?
Yeah.
So it was more so like just to set up life together. It wasn't really anything particularly, like it didn't seem like anything crazy. It was like, oh, well, we should get a house and we should get like things going. And
so you sent him money for a down payment on a home?
It wasn't necessarily that, but it was just like a collection of like things. It wasn't just one specific. I don't want to say like one specific thing. It was like a whole bunch of like little things that combined to be a lot of money, you know?
Bro, look at Buddy. He's like, bro, you're trying to build a life with someone. You've only FaceTimed them, but you haven't even seen them in person. And I'm not trying to make like fun of it because it's very serious, but damn.
Okay. All right.
Man, I'm so sorry.
So
Sky.
sorry that happened to you.
Yeah. So how can we help today?
Send her $45,000.
I guess my question is how do I get in touch with the right people to fight this? Because it seems like I take it to the police station and I take it to people who are supposed to know how to handle these situations and supposed to know how to help, but it doesn't seem like anybody is like, well, sorry, this happened. Sucks to be you, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason why you're getting those answers. So you went to all those authorities and that was pretty much the answer?
Yeah.
Well,
that, and he stole my identity too. Like, he's been hacking into my bank accounts and stuff with it, and opening like random cards.
Still?
Damn, bro, they better give her $45K to pay that debt off. At least, I'm sure the Ramsey show makes good money to at least, a little splurge there or something, but golly. Usually in times like this, people are preying on your desperation.
There is controversy over new plans to reduce the amount that banks must refund to victims of online scams. Under scams, criminals use a web of deceit to trick people into transferring large sums of money out of their accounts. Now, the cut in the planned maximum refund comes despite a sharp rise in this kind of fraud, as our consumer editor Chris Choi reports.
The text that cost £436,000, it looked like it was from Rita.
No. I have to hear that again. It can't be that amount.
That cost £436,000.
£436,000! Oh! Or more. That's not even dollars. Do you know? One text wiped out the whole account.
It looked like it was from Rita Tor's card provider querying a transfer, but it was from criminals who emptied her accounts, leaving her devastated.
Jeez. I just wanted to hide myself away. There were times when I didn't want to live, Chris. I didn't.
What do you mean?
With one of her children ill, she was distracted when fraudsters struck. Criminals posing as banking officials convinced her money was at risk unless she moved it. But the safe account they suggested was theirs.
That's how they catch you. Oh my God. They took advantage of her when her kids were sick.
The FCA is running an investigation into local sites. They would in contact with you, obviously, to verify.
She was coached to deceive bank staff, who the fraudster claimed could be criminals.
What was that moment like when the penny finally dropped and you realised this is all a con?
It was awful. I've never ever felt that bad in my life.
The criminals had told her to visit a branch and transfer money urgently. Lloyd later accepted an ombudsman's decision that they could have done more to question the payments, and they made a partial refund. This former police investigator, who was also a banking insider, has a stark warning.
When you look at the fact that this organised crime group that targeted Rita are still out there, there's going to be many, many more victims.
Almost £460 million was lost to this type of fraud last year, with cases up 12%.
What are the banks doing, bro? This is clearly a problem. And you're telling me the banks are not doing enough to stop this? Well, for them, they don't mind because it's transaction charges they're caring about. You have a whole system back there that's seeing where money is going from one bank to another. And I'm pretty sure these banks also, do business with each other, talk with each other, I don't know.
New rules proposed mandatory compensation up to £415,000 from next month, but today that was reduced to £85,000.
What? A lady lost £500,000, and you're telling me now she can only get compensated for £85,000?
Haven't you simply caved in to lobbying from the banks and other big financial firms?
Yeah.
By setting a limit at £85,000, we are capturing over 99% of those claims.
But what about the others that have lost even more? They're still victims.
So this is an absolutely devastating crime. I completely agree with that. What we want to do is make sure that the majority of people get their money back as quickly and easily as possible.
But fraud victims want banks that profit from modern payment systems to also bear the full losses when those systems are abused.
We understand that you understand that's a problem. The question is, can you compensate? Bro, what is this? Why are they so lackadaisy about this, bro? But I'm telling you, this is leaving a lot of people broke, shattered homes, families and friends destroyed because of this.
For this scam going around the whole world at the minute, scammers are getting very, very clever. So what they're now doing on WhatsApp, for example, they will track and basically hack your WhatsApp accounts and any voice messages that have ever been sent to you from a friend or from your mum or your dad. They will then use only around 3 actual seconds of that voice message.
3 seconds? That's like saying, hey, how are you? Enough. I can make a whole conversation with your own voice.
To then create a voice clone of that person. So if your mum said, oh, happy birthday, darling, 5 years ago on WhatsApp, they can then use your mum's voice to then say, you know, oh, I need some money, or, you know, send me your bank details, or whatever they want to do with that voice clone. This is scary stuff because it will sound exactly or very near to the person they're trying to impersonate. So how can you actually avoid scams like this? How can you stop it? Well, I think the first easiest thing to do is then ask the person pretending to be your mum a security question. So, oh mum, can you remember what you got me for my 18th birthday?
I generally started thinking like, my God, now I have to start deleting every voice note that I have with my family. And usually you keep those just for like memory's sake, but dang, at this point we might as well just start sending owls or pigeons just to send out messages, my God. Anyway, let me know if y'all have ever been through this whole scamming situation. Let me know down below, let's share some stories. I'm practically speechless. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. But until the next video, I'll catch you. Peace.